Okay, so events are something that every dealership ends up doing, whether they're customer appreciation events, whether they are dealership opening events. There's always an event, there's always something that's going on. So, what I'd like to do is to introduce our event planner. That's part of our AI operations bundle. Okay, so here you can see Sienna. Sienna, like all of our agents, has built-in plugins that are already established. So in this case, you've got a CSV generator, simple calculator, PDF report, a render chart, mermaid diagram, and perplexity search in order for her to be able to do her job effectively. So our question is, can you help create a detailed project plan for our upcoming annual customer appreciation event? Now, our agents always ask questions. Why? Because they're collaborating with you. They want to make sure that they're getting all the information in order to be able to respond. So these are all questions like, is there a specific venue or location already selected, et cetera, et cetera. But what I've done is I've just indicated what the date is, said this is a demo, and just proceed from there. So what it's done is it's creating a hypothetical annual customer appreciation event. And what it's doing is it is setting the date for September, giving 8 months of planning time, target attendance 200 guests. It's established a $75,000 budget range. And it's basically starting to ask some additional questions, key dependencies in terms of, are there executive stakeholders who need to approve? Do we need to coordinate with multiple departments, et cetera? So again, I've just said proceed as a demo. So the starting point is it's creating event concepts. One is a night of stellar connections, a galaxy of gratitude. The essence is an immersive celestial themed celebration to turn the venue into a sophisticated starlit experience. So it starts to even create, here's the experience journey, here are different stations from an engagement standpoint, etc. But then it also says the innovation garden party, growing success together as a second. A third concept is a multi-sensory journey. You get into a fourth, which is the legacy lounge of past, present, future. So a time travel experience for your company's journey with customers, or a collaboration carnival, elevating partnerships. I've chosen two, the garden experience. So now it's developed a detailed project workflow that includes a team Gantt of all of who's the group names, what's the task name, what's the start date, due date, etc. And so it lists all of these things all out in terms of everything from catering to signage to registration to event day, etc. And it uses all of this so that it's actually generated a CSV file that you can just download directly. It's then broken down the event budget in terms of what it's basing the approximate budget on as an allocation, and going through a detailed event checklist. So everything from securing the venue to finalizing budget to going through garden zone concepts, et cetera, et cetera. And again, it provides this also as a CSV. Then it gets into would you like to do any key event planning details? I've asked it to focus on risk mitigation. So now what it's done is it's assigned things like, well, what are weather risks? What's the potential risk? What's the probability? What's the impact? What's the mitigation strategy? And what's the contingency plan? So you can see it goes through that from everything from weather to technical risks to vendor risks to health and safety to attendance, low turnout as an example, and what are detailed action plans for these critical risks. Gets into everything from technical failure response, emergency response protocols, what's the risk management team structure, and what's the communication plan based on these risk scenarios. So you can continue to go further and further and further into this, but I think you get a solid idea of how our event planner can help assist your dealership.